Friends, gather round. We've got a story to tell. Let's dive into the world of the SEC, crypto, and accounting rules that might just make your eyes glaze over. Sounds fun, right? Well, buckle up because it's about to get wild and a bit complicated. The SEC, in their infinite wisdom, dropped a bombshell on the crypto world with something called SAB 121. This was no ordinary announcement. This delightful little ditty basically said, "Hey, crypto companies, you know all that digital gold you're holding for customers? Yeah, that needs to be accounted for on your balance sheet. Simple, right? Well, not quite. Now, this might seem reasonable at first glance. After all, it's just about keeping things transparent. Transparency and accountability are good things, right? They help build trust and ensure everyone is playing by the rules. But here's the kicker, crypto is weird. Like, really weird. It's a whole new ball game. Traditional accounting rules don't quite fit this newfangled world of digital assets, and SAB 121 threw the industry into a tizzy. It was like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. Crypto companies argued that complying with SAB 121 would be a logistical nightmare, potentially crippling their businesses. They were worried about the costs and complexities involved. The SEC, in their typical bureaucratic fashion, didn't seem too fazed by these concerns. They stood firm, leaving the crypto world to grapple with the new reality.
Just when the crypto world was about to collectively lose its mind over SAB 121, the SEC's acting chief accountant, Paul Munter, stepped in with what many hoped would be a clarifying statement. In a speech that could only be described as a masterclass in bureaucratic doublespeak, Munter announced some exemptions to SAB 121, leaving many scratching their heads. Companies that met certain criteria, the specifics of which were about as clear as mud, could potentially sidestep the more onerous aspects of the new rules. However, the criteria were so vague that it only added to the confusion. This naturally caused more confusion than clarity. Business leaders and financial analysts were left in a state of bewilderment, trying to decipher the new guidelines. It was like saying, okay, we're making everyone wear these ridiculous hats, except maybe some of you depending on reasons. The lack of clear direction left everyone guessing, and the crypto waters remained as muddy as ever.
As you can imagine, the SEC's handling of SAB 121 didn't exactly win them any friends in the crypto world. Senator Cynthia Lummis, a vocal advocate for sensible crypto regulation, was particularly unimpressed. Lummis, never one to mince words, accused the SEC of regulation by enforcement and called their approach to SAB 121 deeply problematic. She even went so far as to introduce legislation aimed at overturning the controversial accounting rules.
The crypto industry's reaction to the SEC's SAB 121 saga was a mixed bag of emotions. The news spread like wildfire across social media, with some users expressing their excitement while others voiced their concerns. Some, particularly those who benefited from the exemptions, breathed a sigh of relief. They saw it as a positive step forward, a sign that the industry was being taken seriously. Others, however, were less than thrilled. They felt the regulations were still too vague and left too much room for interpretation, causing more confusion than clarity. I called the exemptions a step in the right direction, but stressed the need for more regulatory clarity. Without clear guidelines, the industry remains in a state of limbo, unsure of how to proceed.
Yeah, I echoed these sentiments, stating that the SEC's approach was creating unnecessary uncertainty in the market. The lack of definitive rules makes it difficult for businesses to plan their strategies effectively. The general consensus seemed to be, thanks for the exemptions, SEC, but could you please make up your minds and provide some actual guidance? The industry is eager for a clear path forward, one that balances innovation with regulation.
The saga of SAB 121 perfectly encapsulates the SEC's often confusing approach to crypto regulation. It's a story of unclear rules, 11th-hour exemptions, and an industry left scratching its collective head. The SEC, for its part, maintains that it's simply trying to protect investors and ensure market integrity, but their actions often seem to have the opposite effect, creating confusion and stifling innovation. So, what's next for crypto custody and the SEC? If history is any indication, we can probably expect more confusion, more pronouncements from regulators, and more head-scratching from the crypto world. One thing's for sure, this story is far from over, so stay tuned, folks. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Please help us on YouTube. Subscribing and liking can contribute to helping others. Thank you.